Perhaps he was feeling self-conscious about the new suit, though. I noticed him slipping around the corner of the house in a manner that was remarkably furtive even for Horace. Being armed to the teeth was an excellent idea for future neighborhood parties. The cutlass wasn't sharp, but waving it at anyone who misbehaved tended to get my point across. Some of the daggers actually were sharp, which I used to advantage when Barry, having had too much to drink, foolishly grabbed me by the waist. And the weaponry made me feel irrationally safer whenever I remembered the fact that one of the cheerful party guests gambling on the lawn might well be a killer. Everyone was having a good time. Well, Barry was off somewhere sulking and nursing his cut. It wasn't much of a cut, and I was sure he didn't really need the elastic bandage on his wrist either. I hadn't twisted his arm that badly the other day. He was blowing these things out of proportion. Jake was off somewhere sulking too. Someone had mistaken his Fred Astaire impersonation for a penguin. And Samantha had proclaimed herself mortally embarrassed and gone home in a huff after seeing Rob dressed in what he called his legal briefs, a pair of swim trunks with pages from a law dictionary stapled all over them. But everyone else was having a great time.
"Hello, Meg,"
came a muffled voice. I turned to see Cousin Horace, who appeared to have changed back into his old gorilla suit. He was waving a paw at me. I could see a familiar set of blueberry stains on his left palm. How tiresome. If he had to wear the suit, why couldn't he have stayed with the new improved model? "What happened to your new suit?" I asked.
"New suit?"
he asked, puzzled. He was eating watermelon through the gorilla mask. An amazing feat, but one I would really rather not have watched. "Didn't I see you earlier in a new gorilla suit?" I asked irritably. Well, perhaps to give him credit, he preferred not to stain his new suit. Perhaps we could get him to change back when he'd finished eating.
"I don't have a new suit."
"Are you sure?" Dumb question. Of course he'd know if he had a new gorilla suit. But if it wasn't him...
"Who was it?"
Cousin Horace asked suspiciously. I gave him an exasperated look. "How should I know? I thought it was you." Who, indeed? I left Cousin Horace muttering threats against the imposter and moved through the party, scanning the crowd for another squat, furry figure. "Looking for someone?" Michael asked, coming up beside me. "Yes, someone in a gorilla suit," I said, standing on tiptoes to look over the crowd. "Your Cousin Horace is back there, by the buffet." "Not him," I said shortly. "You mean there's someone else wearing a gorilla suit? Is it contagious?" "I have a bad feeling about this," I said.
"About what?"
asked Dad, who had just appeared on my other side. "Someone is sneaking around in a gorilla suit," I said. "Someone other than Horace."
"Well, it's not as though he has exclusive rights to it," Dad said, "although I'm sure Horace finds it upsetting."
"You don't understand," I said. "I saw whoever it was sneaking around the corner of the house. With everything that's going on, I don't like the idea of someone sneaking around."
"Someone dressed in a costume that hides its wearer's identity," Michael added.
"Sneaking in or out?" Dad asked. "Out, I think, unless I scared him away."
"Let's check the house," Michael suggested.
We did, though it didn't seem too useful to me, since we had no idea what we were looking for. We didn't even know if we were looking for something missing or something added. Nothing seemed amiss downstairs, other than the normal chaos that comes from preparing for a large party and then having several hundred people tramping in and out to use the bathroom. I sighed at the thought of the cleanup we'd be doing tomorrow. The few people currently in the house remembered seeing the gorilla suit but thought it was Horace. Was I the only one who noticed the new suit? Then again, presumably Horace could have gone inside to use the bathroom.